Hello everyone and welcome to Disjointed Images. I'm going to do a resin craft today with this cute earring mold and some glitter paint. I got this at Target. It's by Delta and called Ceramcoat Glitter Explosion. I'll have a link in the info box below if you want it. It's basically a clear glue with bits of sparkly cellophane and glitter in it. I wanted to do some clear earrings without having to cut up my own cellophane bits and thought this would work well for that. I'm still new to working with resin, so I'm just eyeballing the amounts. I've put a little blob of the glue and I've got my UV resin. This one is by Let's Resin. And again, just making a best guess on how much to mix in. So let's just blend this together. And then as I continued to mix this, I was very surprised to see it turn completely white. I don't know what happened. It must have been some kind of chemical reaction between the glue and the resin. It didn't seem to make it thick or create a whole bunch of bubbles or anything like that. So I don't know specifically why, but decided to just go with it and see if it would cure still. I'm just going to slowly pour the resin into the mold. I'm making sure to keep the resin from covering over top of that stem that creates the hole for the jump rings or jewelry attachment. I'm just going to give that a moment to kind of self-level, try and tap it here to get that to work down near the earring post. I might as well dribble in the last little bit. Make sure there's no air bubbles there. All right, well, it looks like we managed to mix up basically the perfect amount. A few more taps. I'll try and do a couple of drops. Don't know if this is doing anything at all, but we're going to try it. Alright, let's get the curing light. Also by Let's Resin, I had bought a kit that came with the silicone mat there, as well as this curing light. And we'll just fast forward so you don't have to sit through the full multiple minutes of that. Keep in mind, you want to, with UV resin, you want to cure both sides, especially since this has come out so opaque. Definitely want to make sure that light gets through on the underside. So I'm just setting it on this acrylic disc that I bought, and I hit the button from below. We're going to cure that through a few minutes as well. Okay, let's take a look. They seem to be solid. They have a very lovely sparkle to them, and the shade of white is a nice, bright, pure color. I really like it. So I'm going to use my silicone tool here to help pop these out so I don't touch them, just in case they are uncured a little bit on the other side. But they look dry. They look solid. I'm going to get my saran wrap back on my mold here, and this just keeps dust from collecting in it and keep it from drying out. Does not keep the cat hair out, though, you can see. Alright, I'm still not going to pick these up just yet because I want to do a top coat. I don't want to get fingerprints on them or oils from my hands or anything. So we're going to straighten these out. And I recently purchased some high viscosity resin, and I'm going to give that a try. And high viscosity basically means it's thicker, so the surface tension should hold it in place a bit more, which makes doming the item a little bit easier. You don't want that spilling over the edge, you want it to just stay on top. And again, that's the Let's Resin. And once more, I'm going to just eyeball a bit of resin on each of these. And then I'll use my silicone tool to work those out to the edges. And the silicone tools I have are a set that I got off of Amazon. There are 5 of them. They've got different tips. Some are like a chisel shape. Some are a conical point. I will have a link to those below as well. And again, you really want to take your time here, gently moving the resin to the edge. And especially be careful when you start getting near the earring post hole mount that you don't fill that in. And a good reminder that you can always turn your work to get the best angle at it. So I'm going to continue taking my time and working the resin around to get a nice full coating. Flip it over, do the other side, curing in between, of course, and I will see you for the reveal. So all in all, this came out really cute. I was very surprised at how well it cured, given how solidly white it looks with the bit of color. And it's really hard to show here, but there is a lot of sparkle to this in person. We will throw a quick jump ring on one, just to show how that looks, along with a French wire hook earring, which are my favorite to use. Let's get that rotated a little bit more, give myself some more breathing room to grab the bits of wire and twist that back into place. And there we are. This came out so cute. I've used this mix a few times since this, and it has worked every time so far. Let me know in the comments if you try it, and I will see you next time. Bye!